Hi guys, welcome back to the Yes You Pod.
That's where you put you back in community. I'm Evie.
And I'm Emily, and we're back today with another episode.
Number
Woo!
16. Number 16.
We are so excited and so happy. I can't believe it. Literally so crazy how time flies. And girl, this is my weekly refresh. This is where the same way that we
Yes.
encourage y'all encourage us. And we're just so happy to be here. Evie, how are you? I miss you with my whole heart.
I miss
Um,
you too. I just, I'm doing good. I just got back from a mini trip to New York. Horrible singing. But I think it made me feel, yes, we love New York. And it just made me feel really good for a few days. Back to reality now.
I
I just want to be in New York right now, but it's fine.
yeah,
It's
I
fine.
get we get it. We know how it is. Oh
But
my
those little
gosh.
vacations for the soul, those spontaneous trips, those are what everyone needs. So I
Yeah.
think with that being said, I'm doing pretty good. Emily, how are you? How was your week? How was your day?
Oh my gosh. Really good. I I lied. I wasn't talking.
How are you really?
How are you really? Um, I'm doing okay. I'm better now that I'm home and I'm here, I'm recording this. It was a pretty crazy day and I think I haven't stopped and smelled the roses in a minute and now I'm kind of like reeling from all the adrenaline, really from the whole week because I feel like I've been running around the whole week and I haven't had time to just like digest and have a moment to myself and have some self therapy and some therapy with my bestie and just like a moment to just decompress. And so now I'm feeling a lot better, but it's been a crazy week, girl. School and work, work and school. That's the schedule.
It
And
definitely ain't for the weak. It's not for the weak.
it's not. And like I'm stressing about things that are not even to come, like basketball season, and then I joined the yearbook, and then
She's
I'm running for class
you're the
president now.
oh,
Apparently,
you're
like
the it girl.
literally today, I was like, "Oh, you guys want me?" that's I was like, "That's literally how it became," and now I'm just like, I don't know. I'm doing everything. I'm trying to do everything,
You better
but
be the class president. Let me find out.
I don't even know. I might be vice president because one of the other girls, she's been there for a while, and she's also a senior, and she's very good at class presidenting, I think. But yeah, either way, I'm gonna be in the student body, but so crazy, but good, and just oh my gosh, crazy stuff. But I know this episode. Oof, I feel like my muscles relaxing every time I like get into it. It's my moment to like relax. But this week we have a very um special topic, and it's something that we literally thought about it. I think a week ago, and it's perfect. And
Yes.
because we both love this game and we both have our experiences with this game, but it's a game called We.
We're
I
not
got it.
really
We're not
strangers.
strangers. I was just trying to quote it right because it's like I don't want to misquote it on the first try. But we're not really strangers, and it's a game. And Evie, you said that you listened to like the backstory of it.
Yes, so this game was created by this girl named Corrine. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. Odini, whatever. Her name is Miss Girl. It's 26. She's a model. She's a photographer. And basically, she was just getting her clientele. She had these little side gigs to get money to go to school. And she really loved asking the people that she was working for or trying to work for these deep questions. And she was able to formulate this game after a while called We're Not Really Strangers, where basically it's for people who maybe don't know each other and want to get, more connected, or people who already do and just want to get to know themselves and each other a bit deeper. So I thought this
Yeah.
game was super fun. I've played it twice already. And it's just one of those games that, oof, like you have to be vulnerable. And so we're going to be as vulnerable as we can
Yeah.
with each
It's
other
gonna
and with y'all. It's going to be
I'm excited though. And then the best thing I love about this game is that it doesn't just like jump right into the vulnerability. There's like different sections, so it'll go from phase one, phase two, and then phase three. So phase one is just basically getting to know you questions. Phase two is getting deeper, and then phase three is the deepest. But I totally recommend y'all buy this game. This is not sponsored, but
I
beautiful
wish.
game. Try it out, grab a friend. I know all the time, we have people who are driving when you're listening or you're just doing some work, but go ahead and grab a friend if you want. You can play along with us. This is gonna, a fun breathing episode where we're just gonna be vulnerable and we're gonna ask each other questions that usually we might not ask each other. But go ahead, grab a friend, grab a family member, or just play along with us. We're your friends, we're right
Yes.
here. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into
Ooh.
it. I'm
I'm
excited.
nervous.
The streak every time we start.
The
But yeah,
first level is about perception.
yes.
Alrighty, so I go first. It's an easy question. It's just something simple. The question is, what character would I play in a movie? What do
Why
you
would you pick that
think?
one as one?
You did? Well, then we can
Yes.
answer for each other.
Amen. Yes, let's do it. Ooh, the character you would play in a movie.
And I guess, and it's not part of the question, but like, what genre? Like, because I need to know, like,
Okay, you're very much giving. Okay, Evie in her shy form is really giving the Umbrella Academy. What's her name? What's her name?
I never seen
The
that.
okay. The Umbrella Academy. There's a character in like the first season. Like she's very shy and she's a violinist, but like she gets out of her shell and she's like the most powerful one there. It's like very cool and
Ooh,
whatever. But
period.
she's giving like superhero. Like she's giving like small town girl. Like
Okay, I see her.
see,
It's me being on Google
yes.
right now.
Go girl, search her up. But like very small town cutesy, and then like she gets these powers, and I don't know, she just like becomes a superhero. That's giving,
Yeah.
or like one of those Hallmark movies,
Not the Hallmark movies.
Hallmark
A
Christmas
Chris.
movies.
I was gonna say Christmas
Yes,
movie.
yes, exactly.
Yes, she said basically
Oh
said I
my
was
gosh,
corny. It's fine.
no, not corny.
It's fine.
I love them.
I
I
love them
love
too.
them.
They're
You're my
classic.
favorite genre, by the way. You're my favorite genre.
Oh, thank you.
Art.
Thank you. I'm gonna answer the question for you
Yes. What
because you
character?
picked the same card. See, we didn't know what cards we just picked cards. We didn't
I
know
know,
which cards we were gonna pick.
and
So
that's the
I would,
just go randomly.
yes,
Pick cards.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
So I would say for Miss Emily, I feel like a character that has progressive change. Like, she starts off one way in her life and then she has that major teenage switch. What's those, like, not like a chick flick, but like a coming of age movie. Like, I can see you being a main character in a coming of age film, okay? Right?
Okay.
Just having a major life switch. Don't know how that leads. I don't know how to describe this character other than everyone's favorite character. It's like the 13 going on 30 type. I love those. I love those. Just a
Like a chick. Oh
classic.
my god! I like that. Actually melts my heart. Like that's literally my favorite genre. Like what the
That's
heck?
the best. And
I
then,
love.
there's always a love interest. There's always something happening. Just always interesting.
Yes,
Always in
man.
a big city. So
Yeah.
you would play, you're the main character, Mama, for sure.
Yes. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm so honored. Oh my god, I love that. That was such a good picker. And honestly, I also have like a extra question. You want to answer this one?
Let's do
Okay,
it.
this one's really cool. I like this one. Okay. If you were to buy me a present, knowing nothing about me other than what I look like, what would it be? and then we can answer together, and you can answer mine.
Other than what you only just knowing you how you look and what I would buy you,
Yeah.
I would buy you something to wear. I would buy you like a cool jacket or cool shoes.
Okay, eight.
Because I feel like this is your style. Like your style
Yeah.
is very different. Like you like a good jacket or like a nice heel. So I
Yes.
feel
Yes.
like if I seen you, like, oh, she loves fashion. Like I can get her either, or it could be something makeup related. Like, oh, I can get her like a purple eyeliner, or like I can get her a
Ooh.
cool jacket.
Yes. Wait, you know me. You literally know me.
I know you. Eh.
Oh my
And what would you
gosh.
buy me?
If I didn't know you, if I only like saw what you look like, girl, I would get you like some really like expensive sunglasses. Like you
Ooh,
give me
purr.
like if I didn't know you, you gave me very much like rich girl vibes. Like very much like
Oh, how flattering.
sunglasses just in it. Like she's that girl. Like she's the girl of the summer. I would get you like some like cool
Some
girl sunglasses.
sunnies.
Like yes, some very expensive sunnies. Like that's your vibe. I feel like if I didn't know you, which you are that way, like you're giving
Girl, I'm wearing my Shein sunnies to the end.
no,
I've been
but
wearing these black sunnies for years.
like they work. Like they give.
They work.
So
They're giving. I love that question. That was so
I love
cute.
that. Oh my gosh, this is like so that was a little bit of phase one. Do you want to keep going in phase one or do you think we can seep right into phase two?
Let's seep into phase two. This level is based on connection. So it's a little bit
Love.
deeper. The question that I chose is what is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself?
Um I think and I was just thinking about this. And I was complaining to you about this earlier.
Mhm.
But I think that I struggle a lot with um my mental health and how I perceive the world and how my brain works. But honestly, though I complain and though I have anxiety that makes me want to throw up every second, and though I'm in my head 24/7, I think my life would be incredibly boring if I wasn't me. Like low key, I'm mad entertaining
Right.
myself.
You
I know it's
are.
like a little weird, but it's like for myself. Like I feel like though I have these struggles, I know they're for a reason,
Right.
and like I might be crazy, but at least I'm not boring. And that
Come
for
on.
me, that's enough for me right now. But yeah, and so I feel like I complain a lot about the things like who I am and how I perceive myself and just like the things that just go on through my brain. But I am very happy with who I am and I am very happy to just be myself. Even though
I
it's
love
like
it.
literally makes me feel like I'm going insane, but I make myself go insane. But I'm very entertained by my own self. Like I could sit in a room and I have a fun time with myself for like hours because I'm just like I'm having
So
conversations with
something
myself.
you wouldn't want to
Yeah.
change about yourself would just be like your personality?
Yeah, and just like I don't know, I feel like I learn about my own self every day and like
Right.
she's kind of cool, low key.
She
Like
is.
but I
She's a
love
cool
that.
girl.
No, but okay. And then I have a question. All right, so
Yes,
let's see this.
ma'ams.
Also, yeah, connection. All right. Evilise, what would your younger self not believe about your life today?
I think I don't know. I feel like we always ask ourselves like our younger self, like what is she saying?
Yeah.
Um, Probably that she has a like on a podcast. Like that's cool. Like, and I think that like that's the coolest thing right now. This is the coolest thing ever, in my life. Uh, but I could say like, oh, like me and my bestie have a podcast, like,
A.
and we're just we've been starting this process for a few weeks, a lot more than a few weeks, like. But it's been just such a journey, and I was talking to a friend about it the other day. I was like, wow, I love how vulnerable we get. I love how deep we can get on these episodes and with people and having those connections outside of it. I think my younger self wouldn't believe that she's doing something like this and it's impacting people, even if it's in a small number right now. We
Yeah.
never know what that looks like in the future. So
Right.
yeah, I think that would be that. Like this podcast has been amazing to do and a blessing in disguise. So I think little Evie would be so happy to hear that she's doing something so cool right
Aw, I love that.
now.
That's
The
my part.
next question that I picked for level 2 for you would be, what title would you give this chapter in your life?
Ooh. Right now, I would say rebuilding. I guess
Okay,
it's more
yes.
like the title, I guess, is like rebuilding. Um, and then like I've mentioned in the past couple episodes, like I am kind of reliving some of the things that I didn't get to
Right.
um as a kid. And so I'm kind of honestly rebuilding myself in how I perceive myself. Like I can be young. Like I can
Right.
allow myself to I guess just be young, be myself and like enjoy simple things like getting up early
Right.
for school and like making my lunchbox. Like that's so like
Mhm.
it's a very normal thing. And so I'm kind of rebuilding some of the things that I thought were completely destroyed, like that opportunity to be young and
Right.
have a childhood. And I'm kind of rebuilding that back up and being able to make my own version of how I grew up. Because a lot
Mhm.
of times we kind of think that, and obviously everyone escapes childhood at some point, but I think even as we grow older, we kind of rebuild our perception of our own childhood. Like I
Right.
think for a long time, I thought and I dreaded the fact that when I got older, I would have to say like I hated the way I grew up or like I hated that I never
Mhm.
got these. But now I think God has given me enough grace and He has blessed me so much that I'm able to say like I'll never forget this, and
Yeah.
He's given me the opportunity to make a new story, I guess.
Right.
Um,
I love
so
that answer.
that's the chapter I'm in. Just kind of like taking, I guess, yeah, taking back and rebuilding the
Recover
stuff.
all, mama. Recover
Yeah,
all.
that's such a good word. Yeah,
I
that's
love
it.
this title.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I love that question.
It's a
Um,
beautiful chapter right now for you.
I don't know. I'm
In
so
the
happy.
midst of everything, it's a
I
beautiful
know.
chapter of your life.
I complain, but it's because I don't know. I like complaining. I don't know. But okay. So the other question I have. All right, Iblis. If you have, when was the moment you realized you weren't invincible?
That I wasn't invincible.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many. No,
Oh, God.
this is a hard question. I feel like this is a sad question, but it's like a good learning tool.
Yeah.
I think just so many times we think that it's very humbling too. Um, I think I'm just the type of person where I realize that it's not always going to go my way,
Yeah.
even though I really want it to go my way.
Yeah.
Um, and I think sometimes when you fight for stuff, like I'm trying to pinpoint a specific situation with this. Um, and I don't know how far I want to go. No, but I think I would just be okay. I have an example. So not too long ago, um, I was I don't know. Again, I don't know how. Dang, I hate myself right now. Okay, I was out with some friends, and we're just having the time of our lives. Like we're just chilling, we're vibing, and I just think that sometimes you don't realize, like when you're caught up in the moment, caught up in the scene, like that you just might not end up coming out the way that you think. I don't
Yeah.
know how to describe this without being like lit. But I'm trying to be honest. Like sometimes we
Yeah.
go into a situation thinking because we have all these, and I'm gonna just be really honest right now,
Yeah.
morals and standards and things that we truly believe, like that we won't
Yeah.
mess up.
Yeah.
And like the truth and the reality is that we are gonna mess up. And so
Right.
I think a moment that realized that like, oh, like you weren't all together will be moments where I have messed up with people. Whether that be that I was in my own head or that I was just not myself.
Yeah.
Um, and I think a moment I'm gonna go back to this moment. It would just be with friends, just not realizing that maybe the things that I was doing weren't for my benefit and
Yeah.
just didn't make me look good, the greatest.
Yeah.
Um, and not that the thing that I was doing was bad, it just wasn't a good look for me. And so
Yeah.
I think I realized I wasn't invincible when someone told me about it and pointed it out to me, and I had to take a like a mental check and be like, "Oh, you're right. Like that wasn't
Yeah.
a good look. Like for what I'm
Yeah.
going for what I'm trying to represent."
Yeah.
Um and so yeah, I think that moment for me just realizing like, hey, like this moment that seems so normal, even though it is, it doesn't represent who you are or your personality. And something that me and Emily were talking about earlier was like conforming and not realizing because being so much smarter than what we think, but conforming just to make others feel comfortable. And I think I
Right.
do that a lot. And like I know I do. So I think moments that I didn't feel invincible would be just realizing that, hey, like I put someone else's desires before mine.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting like I felt the guilt afterwards. And it was a long
Wow.
explanation. I just didn't want to get into it without getting into it.
Oh,
I'm trying to be as vulnerable as I can, guys.
I
But
get
it's
it.
like it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. I get it. I
But
completely.
yeah, moments like that. I guess to be general, moments that are truly just realizing that, oh, I messed up. And I just didn't think I could ever mess up. Like we're not
Yeah.
perfect. But yeah, that would be my moment.
Love. No, I get it. Wow. And that's so true. Like when I read it, I was like, I don't want to answer that. I was like,
Yeah, you got me a tough one. I'm like, what would you name the chapter of your life? You're like, yeah, tell me
yeah.
about a moment where you failed.
Oh no, but it's true because it's like, exactly what you said, and you said in the very beginning, but like you wrapped it up so beautifully. A lot of times we think that because in the past, um, we almost have this like, and it's very true, holier than thou, um, kind of backup plan where it's like, oh, like at the end of the day, like I
Right,
still I'm so close to God, and I still like
right.
I'll know more. But in reality,
Yeah,
like we fail so easily. Um, and I don't know who I was talking to, but I mentioned like I think I was talking to my dad, like God doesn't promise us, or my brother, I think. Nowhere in the Bible it says no pain. It says through the pain He will be with us, and I
yeah.
think that's it, like temptation and feeling vulnerable and not being
Yeah.
invincible. Like everyone goes through that. Like it's never promised that we won't. But it is promised that we will never be alone through it. And I think that's a very big
Yeah.
distinction that I'm like figuring out now. That it's like we're not invincible. We're not
Exactly.
saved, but we are saved. And I think that's the
Oof.
biggest like
She started
comfort that we can.
preaching. She was preaching.
I
We
was like,
just gotta
wait,
bring
I
that.
can wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
I want to write that point down. Write that point down.
minute,
It's
wait a minute.
Emily. If you know, you know Emily's video preaching. She's like, write this point down. This is me right now. I'm like, write this point down.
Right this, right
But we're saved. Period.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wait.
love.
Wait.
I love
Anyway.
it. She was preaching. She was
No, I love it. Oh my gosh. That was phase two where you're like creeping in the middle. But before we get into the deepest ones, which is phase three, I wanted to do a little wild card moment. And then I picked this one wild card and I think it's so cute. Just to have a little breather before I get into the nitty gritty.
preaching.
So
Okay.
wild card. So both of us press shuffle on your music library and explain the first song that comes up.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited. Wait,
Wait,
I
let me
know
see.
you're on your phone right now, correct?
It's okay. We're gonna do this. It'll work.
I hope.
All right.
Let me see if it lets me play. Let's see. I'm scared. Guys have a very versatile music taste, okay? Right?
Yeah, happens. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So basically, the first song that came up was Hamilton.
Wait, not too long, not too copyright.
That's a copyright. Oh my goodness. So this song, guys. Backstory. So my sophomore year or my freshman year, I don't remember. My band played this song. My not my band, like my high school band, guys. We played this song as a performance, and we had kids in band rapping to it while we played in the background. Like it was so fire, and we had 3 people. We had like a whole audition for it. This song was
Love.
fire. So now I know all the words. Like I'm gonna get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't rap, but I'm amazing, astonished. But I know all the words. Like I gotta holler just to be heard. Whatever word I drop knowledge. Like so that was my part of my like songs, and that was that. So we love it. We love it.
Okay, well, it's my husband that shows up.
Who's your?
I shoveled
Is it
it.
Hosier?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not gonna play the song because I don't know why it's not letting me put it like the volume up, and also I don't want to get copyrighted. But Hosier, guys, it's
What
Hosier
song is it?
from Eden. I love that song.
I
It's
don't
gonna
know
be my
that
way
song. You need to put me
from
on.
Eden. Honey, you're familiar like my mirror years ago.
Oh, she's snapping right now.
It's so good. Listen to it. So good.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
have to listen to it.
yes, ma'am. But it's so good, like the beat and everything. Like I want to get an instrumental version for like my wedding one day. Anyways, I love that. Wait, and yeah, just backstory. Hosier is one of my favorite artists, if not my favorite artist.
I think he's
Um,
your top in
he's
your
my
top three.
top. He's my top artist. The day I get to see him in concert is the day I'm happy. And you know
The
what?
day.
It goes Jesus Christ, my family, my friends, Hosier,
I love
and
that for
then
you.
somewhere on that list.
I'm like, you need to be after Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus, of course. Jesus and God at top. My family, my friends, and Hosier.
I'm gonna
And
need you to
then
be
just like,
like on top, like
amen.
have that
We're
list.
in,
Come
we're
on.
somewhere through. No, no, no. And just jokes, just jokes. But yeah, and he's a very good artist. Very beautiful, orchestrated artist.
I
I
love
very
that.
appreciate. Very good. But yeah, girly, that's mine.
I
All
love, I
right.
love.
That was
We're
such a
gonna
fun
get.
vlog.
It was. We're gonna get right into level 3.
Yes.
It is reflection time. I'm
Woo!
nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, level 3.
Okay.
Um, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Well, yeah. You asked me a question then.
Okay. The question
Maybe.
is, dun dun dun. If
Ugh.
you could prescribe me one thing to do for the rest of this month, what would it be and why?
Oh, I saw that one. Okay. Um. Okay, Evie, I need you to take more time in caring for yourself.
Mm,
If that is doing a face mask, if that is staying inside and reading a book or doing some meditation, you need to put yourself first at least twice a week this month. Like have
okay.
me time, but like not just me time, like me time, but like you time, like just you. Yes, you. And have a moment with God and just have meditation. You need it. You need to recuperate. I
I do.
think you need to breathe, baby girl. You gotta lift yourself up and grow yourself more. And I love you so much, and I'm saying this because I know you, and I know that you put a lot of people in front of you. So
Mm.
I'm gonna need you the same way you told me. I need you to back on top of that list, and even if it's just like, girl, making yourself a little smoothie and having a little smoothie break, just like take some
I
time, just you
will. Thank
this
you.
month.
I
That's
accept.
my dare.
I accept the dare. I do need
Slay
some more
eight,
me time in my life.
8. Yeah.
I love that.
All right. So let me get okay. Which is this? Okay. Ah! Okay. Wait, I shared this one. I already said that. I was like, okay. Um,
You could pick a different one if you want.
okay. What is okay, hold on. All right, I got one. All right. What is one thing you think I can do that would dramatically improve my life? Which is a little similar.
Ooh. Hmm. One thing that you can do to dramatically improve your life, like, I don't know. I'm thinking because I do think you can put yourself first more, at least a little bit more on the list. But I want you to tap more into as your friend, into the gifts that you have, like music and writing. And literally yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was thinking of this one thing that you wrote a while back, and I was like, dang, like Emily's so talented, like so
Love
anointed.
it.
Like it would be fire if she just released this because someone needs to hear it besides me. And so I think it would
Ah!
dramatically improve your life if you just kept releasing. Like, and I know it's hard to release. Like, it's not
Yeah.
an easy task to just create something and release it for everyone because some things aren't meant to be out just yet. But I was like, thinking, like, if she really just if the same dedication that you have for everything else, like for work and for the podcast and for everything else, and I take this for myself too, like with poetry and all that stuff, but the same dedication that you have for that, put it into like your gifting and like in whatever way that's done, whether that's through just prayer, that you're praying more about it, or that you're just being more intentional with it. Like I think that would dramatically just improve your life because it makes you happy. And so like
Yeah.
whatever makes you happy, like do more of it. And so I think I see you at your happiest when you're singing. I think I see you at your happiest when you write something that you're passionate
Aw.
about. And I think that's just something that you could do to dramatically improve your life right now.
Love. Aw. Okay. I love that. Thank you.
You
I will.
okay? It's a sobbing after. I cannot.
Alright. Your turn.
Next question. Next question is, do you believe everyone has a calling? If so, do you think I found mine?
I do believe everyone has a specific calling. I think that you know what it is, and you have many. I feel like you have very a complex calling, which is like you do many things. Like you sing, you write, um, you share. Like it's all intertwined. I think I think you have found it. I think you need to develop it. And it doesn't stop. I don't
Mhm.
think like your calling is like something you find one day and it's just like that's it. Like no, it's like
Right.
something you keep over time. Like you're gonna find different ways and different avenues to use your gifts. And I think
Yeah.
that's your calling. Like to never stop learning.
Mm.
Like to never stop growing and never stop building yourself. I think that is like exactly what your calling is. Is like using everything that God gave you to just grow yourself and expand your horizons. And so
I love
I
that.
think you have found it. I think you're just growing it. And that's so exciting. Like, I don't think you're one of those people that will ever stop growing in your purpose. And that's so exciting. Because, again, who wants a boring life? You deserve
Really?
all the magical stuff in your life and the growing seasons and everything that comes with it. So, yeah.
I
that.
love that. I feel like on the other side of the spectrum, I think it's a scary place to be
Yeah.
constantly learning or like
Oh,
constantly being like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, or what's my niche, if that's the word.
yeah.
But like you said, it's weird. It's weird to be like, oh, there's like I can't pick one thing. Like
Yeah.
I always said, like I feel like everybody used to always ask me like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, oh, I don't know, because there's so many things that I wanted to be, and it's
Yeah.
like just not so many things I wanted to be, but so many roles I wanted to play at the same time. Like No, I
Yeah.
want to be the helpful person. What does that look like? Is that like a teacher? Does it look like I don't know, a leader, or does it look like a team builder? Or, and then it's like, oh, I also want to be this, and yeah, it's weird, like when you're in it. But like you said, it's a interesting process to just be constantly learning. So I feel like
Yeah.
yes, I am in that development season, development era.
Love, love. I love that.
Yes,
All
thank
right.
you.
My next question was, okay, what do you think I should know that about myself that perhaps I'm unaware of?
I think you're more powerful than you realize.
Hmm.
And uh, I feel like this, side note, this episode, probably people are like, why do I want to listen to these people like figure out stuff about themselves? But I think it's such a good like way to get to know us, because you won't meet us. Like if you never met
Yeah.
us, like I hope you do meet us. But if you don't know,
Yeah.
if you know us on a friend level or on a family level, like this is something deeper. Like this is a
Yeah.
different layer. I just wanted that disclaimer. I was thinking about it, and I was like, they're gonna know stuff that we probably never have said.
Yeah.
At least admitted to about each other or about ourselves. So for as friends too, like so as your friend, like I think you do have so much more power than you realize. I think you don't understand it or realize it, that because of like you are a Timothy, like you are
Yeah.
like you do exemplify what it is to be, not just like born for such a time as this. Like I know it's a cliche thing to say, but like literally, there is no one that I know that is your age that is doing the things that you're doing, with the mindset that you have, with the maturity that you have. Not that you can't be young and still have your
Mm.
silly moments and moments that you feel like you missed out on. Like that's not that doesn't have anything to do with where God is going to take you. It's because of that he's
Yeah.
taking you somewhere. Like, so I just think you have hold so much authority, that even when you do have fears, with whatever the fears are, whatever the circumstances are, like I don't have any doubt that you're gonna unaffected, come out unaffected.
Right.
Like you're gonna go
Yeah.
through the fire and you're not gonna be harmed. Like you're not gonna be burnt. Like it's not
Am-
gonna phase you. Is you just really just hold much more power than you think. Um, so I think you just need to realize, like, yes, I am gonna be okay. We talked about this before. I am gonna be okay. I do have the authority. I can get
Yeah.
over this. I've already gone through this. It's just a different
Yes.
setting. Um,
Amen.
and yeah, that's what I think you need to know, that you just hold so much power, little girl. So just don't be worried. And like you said, like we're not alone through everything. So maybe it's just that, knowing that you're more powerful and that you're doing it in community, even if the
Amen.
community is you and God. That's it.
Yes.
So
Literally. I
that'd be my
love
message for
that.
you.
I love that. Thank you so much. That I needed to hear that. I needed that really like a lot. Thank you.
Of course, of course. um and yeah, I don't know if you want to do one more before we close off. How are you feeling?
Oh my god, this was like so good. I did want to do like a last little like there's a last little prompt at the very end
Let's
where
do
it
that.
just literally says final card. That's our final card. And it says each player write a message to the other, fold and exchange, and open only once two have parted. So me and Eve are
mm,
gonna. And if anyone's listening with a friend, a family member, or just by yourself, like write a little letter, and then tuck it away somewhere and open it like maybe in a few weeks when you sign it again. Or if you're with somebody else, like go ahead and write a little letter to them. Um, Either of encouragement or we exemplified some really good questions to ask other people. I think a lot of
right,
times, a lot of the cards that we, are in the deck, just say questions like stuff that or what's a question that you're scared to ask? Or what's a question
right,
that you don't know if you can ask? Or stuff like that, where it's like, make your questions intentional. Make everything
yeah,
that you pour into each other very intentional. Even if it takes like even 10 minutes or, 40 minutes long, like this podcast, be very intentional what we ask from each other and pour into each other with exactly that intention and good news.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, me and Evie, after we finish, and it's gonna be really cute. But I encourage you guys, do it. Even if you want to do it now and then give it to somebody later that you're thinking about, go ahead. I think it's something. It's a very old art, but an art that should never die out is writing, is
Yes.
speaking, putting down, and making permanent. I think that's beautiful, and it shows how much you really care for each other. So I definitely recommend y'all write little letters for your loved ones.
Yes. And we're gonna write a letter and like probably exchange after the pod. Um
Yes.
on our separate podcast when it's just us facing
Yeah. Ours will be
editing
fine.
and talking. But guys, this game was super fun. I love doing it with you, Emily. I think I want to play it more off camera.
Yes.
um, so we
Personal.
can be
Personal.
nice and open. But thank you guys so much again for listening to us, for supporting us, for DMing and tagging us in your posts listening to this. It's so cool to see you guys, right? Shout out to Sophie who literally messaged me and was like, I listen to every episode. I love it. I love you. I don't even know you,
Oh,
but I love you. Shout out.
Sophie, I love
Um,
you.
yes, I love you. And yeah, I just thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure
Yes.
that you listen to this. Emily, tell them where to find it at.
Okay, we got Spotify, we got Apple Music, and for our social media, we got Instagram, TikTok, and
We have YouTube
everything else.
too.
YouTube, YouTube, go on our YouTube, like up our YouTube, comment, stamp, and we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next week.
Love
We love
y'all.
you all. Bye.
Bye.